Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of OilTown here in City Skylines 2, where right now, all I can say is guys, winter is fast approaching upon us. Last episode guys, we actually got in our very first university, which by the looks of it right now, it's quite a huge campus. We kind of redesigned this whole area. And we now actually have students going to university. We've kind of moved over our college area as well, and also built an additional elementary school. We are going to create this into a big campus area. We've got the extended subway line that goes all the way over to the underground stop here, a little bit of a bus station over there, which we will get buses linked around. We have big plans for this area. But since last episode, would you argue education has started to rise? I'm not too sure, but we now have the capacity and the ability to start creating higher educated people, which right now is at 0.8%. So hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll kind of recheck it to see if anybody has become a nerd. It's the wrong thing to say, isn't it? Over 400 students right now are going to university, so we'll keep an eye on that and see what's going on. So what do we need to do today, and what are we going to be doing today? Well, today, I think I want to tackle the last two utilities for OilTown to say that 100% we are now, have enough capacity for everything. The island is self-sufficient, it can sustain itself, and there's nothing else we then technically need to worry about investing in, is the best way to put it. And that is our water and our sewage. Now, right now, we are sucking up the water from here, these two water pumping stations, which is fine, but at the moment, we're also dumping sewage poop into the ocean, which, the way it's going, that will just slowly build up, and if it does eventually make its way around here, it would not be a pretty sight. People will be drinking their own poop, and that's not what we want. And recently we built a little bit of a utility area up here. We've got our power station, our garbage, and this little bit of a waterfront just there, which we could hopefully use that today to create our very own water treatment plant, our very own water treatment area. We'll suck up the water here for drinking, and then we'll build what is known as a water treatment plant. Okay, that's literally what it's called, for the sewage side of it as well. Fingers crossed it all goes to plan. But like many things in this game, we need money. Now, how much are we going to need exactly? So we've got two options. We could either do the advanced water pumping station, which we can plant down like somewhere like here, which will enable us and give us the ability to suck up all the water from this little bit of a lake. We also have the water treatment plant. Now, I don't know whether the water treatment plant actually... So let me read what this does. Processes sewage and purifies it of pollutants. The treated water is then pumped back into the water network. The removed pollutants become garbage to be collected. Ooh, maybe we won't need that then. But it all depends on what our capacity and usage is going to be. This could be interesting. So before we jump into them, before we solve some issues and problems and fix things, there's a couple of things I want to tell you guys right now. One, smash the like button down below. Two, subscribe if you haven't already so you get notified when more episodes do come out. And three, let me know in the comment section down below right now, do you think we should maybe start planning out some form of a highway network in the next episode? It will really allow my non-existent vehicles to kind of navigate a whole lot quicker. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. So, let's work with this area then. I'm going to go off the assumptions that this is not going to be able to create enough clean drinking water for what we need. So, we're always going to need some form of an inlet for water. So, by that logic, we're still going to get this in. Now, this building itself is actually not too big of a building, but I'm assuming it's going to have additional connections on it. So that will be interesting as well. Now, I want to try and get this in, but I want to try and align it to where the road also goes around it. So is it possible to do something here? So if I say I came out to about there and then just kind of went across... Is it possible to free or squeeze this in? Oh, it is. That's exactly where I want it. Almost, he says, almost. Right, get you in about there. Bam. we have a water pumping station. So before I do anything else and make it look beautiful and all that kind of sweet, sweet jazz, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of these two now. We no longer need these. So they can go, and so can that road. That is now gone, boys. So our water pumping, I now have the capabilities to pump nearly 1.2 million before I add any additional upgrades to it. Is there any upgrades to it? No. Okay, there is no upgrades to it, so that's literally as it is. But I think with its capabilities, that's more than I'm ever going to need, ever. Which is crazy, right? Now, the other building is the water treatment plant. Now, I might be able to throw that in somewhere here and then build along down there. Or I build it on this side, plant or place the extra stuff around it to connect to this area. Now, if that's the case, it kind of makes me want to terraform the river a little bit more and make it feel like as if this building is actually surrounded by the water. Right, let me see what I can do here. So if I just came out here for a second, I'm going to use these as little marker points, okay? Right, I'm going to use them as little marker points. They're not perfect, just, right, I can make them perfect. Let me just get the move it tool on the go. Right, bring you over a bit more. Road. Right, excuse me, can you connect up? Overlapping. Boy, anarchy. There we go. So, from here to here is... Well, we don't know what it is, do we? From here to here is a 92. So, if I delete off this, I'm going very symmetrical, boys. I want a 92. Am I going to be able to get a 92? I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. Is that truly a 92? Yes. Oh, there we go. 92. We got there in the end. Right, bringing this up this way. So the reason for it is, what it's allowed me to now do, which for some reason we don't know, well, we don't have the connection for this anymore. What's going on here, boys? I think because I used the move it tool, I kind of slightly messed it all up. But let me put it back into where it originally was. Is there a pipe underneath it I don't know about? I think there might be. Is it a pipe? What is... Oh, is it electricity? Water pipe not connected. What's not connected? Right, let me move that over here for... Oh, where do I put this? Let me just put it there for a second. And then put it back in over here. Oh, is it the water pipe to the actual water? Or is it this connection here to this road? Something seems a little bit fishy, boys, if you ask me. Something's a little bit fishy, if you ask me, boys. Right, put you there. Flip you back round. So something here is not allowing us to be connected to the network. Oh dear God, we've got big issues. We've got big issues. So let me now level the terrain. Is it anything to do with this? What is wrong with the pipes? Have I got to get something connected here myself? So why was it working in the first place then? Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't question these things, should I? I shouldn't question these things. Right, there we go. So what I can now do is bring this road... I mean, where do I bring the road to and from? Is the question. I can kind of bridge this over as a way to kind of get it to kind of connect. I could do a few different forms of bridges. So we'll go with something like this. And then what I do here is I create quite a large basin for the water. So we've got this little bridge that goes across, and then this becomes a nice little basin right now for our water treatment plant, or water area, if that's the best way to put it. So if I now kind of go around the edge of the building, it will now make it feel like this building is... Right, why can't I go any further than this? Oh, it's the pipes underneath. Right, I gotta resort those pipes out. Let me just kind of go around the edge. Now, I'll go right to the edge of all of this first, and then we'll kind of slightly adjust it all. Alright, right to the edge. This is going to really change the water in this vicinity, isn't it? Right, the terraining really annoys me. I know exactly what the issue is with the terraining at this point, but it still really annoys me. What's going on here with the road? That's wild with this road, right? Alright, let me redo the road. That's crazy. That really is crazy. So we now have this huge little basin, and it all now trickles out to there, which, to be honest with you, I might redo the road in a minute to kind of not make it so square. I think that would be pretty cool. Let me get rid of the trees. So, vegetation. How do I get rid of trees without having to delete them? Have I got to find the right type of tree? Is that what I've got to do? Is it you? No. Is it you? No. Is it you? No. Is it you? Okay, some of it is you. But not all of it is you. Is it you? No. You? Aha. Some of it, again, is you. There might be 3 or 4 different variations of trees. I mean, I did build this map, and I've kind of forgotten what trees I used. Not you. Not you. Not you. I mean, I can select the tree. What am I talking about here? It's a spruce. What am I doing? Right, spruce. There we go. So not all of it is being deleted, but I can fine-tune the last little bits. There we go, boys. There we go. So I will sort it all out. So what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of reclaim a little bit more land. And is that size okay? Yeah, level terrain. We'll go around here. So we kind of originally put it back to what it was, almost. As it kind of naturally bends out. We'll redo the bridge. And the road leading down to it. So let me just widen the mouth area here up. There we go. We'll kind of reduce our brush size down a bit. There we go, boys. There we go. Not to go too crazy. And then we'll just shift the... Oh, no, 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 no. When I say shift terrain, I meant soften the terrain slightly. And then we'll create our bridge now. So, bridge going over. Now, do I do that bridge or do I do a box? No, we're going to do that type of bridge. To go over there. Right. And then we'll create... So it would snap there. I'm going to... Oh, I'm still on bridge mode. I was going to say that is like the weirdest looking bend I've ever seen in my life. Bend that road down. There we go. So it's a little bit different to what you would normally have it. Now we're smoothing the edges off. So let's go shift the terrain. Nice. Nice little perimeter road going around the edge. Now we can't go right to the end here. I'm going to have to pause now. And we have to go underground. And we have to delete the utility lines. One's electric. One is water. So let me just delete you and you. So delete them first. Oh, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Alright. All the way down to there. I've literally just pulled it in and under. I hate, right, how this game does the terrain. Just fix. I mean, I should just fix it to a height. And then that, you know, it's just the annoying default it does. Alright, there we go. The default annoys me. That's all it is, guys. It's the default that annoys me. And, right, water stuff now. It should have created by default. That's what I think, anyway. Power is going to be an issue. So, before I do power, can I place that over? No, I need 400,000 for that. Right, is power going to be an issue? Are we going to overload it? Yes. So, I'll take it from this road here. So, let's go underneath and then push this all the way down. Right, so I've kind of switched it to over there. That now no longer overloads us. And then we've got a better treatment plant. Now, what I would like to do, I don't know if I can kind of then soften the terrain here a bit up. And maybe for that road, but it'd be nice to kind of build a border around this. That would be pretty cool. But what I want to do now then is, once I've got the 400,000, is build the sewage side of it. We're still overloaded here, guys. Right, we're probably going to have to get this here to here. Will that now stop the overloading? Why is that overloading so much? I can split straight down the middle. Will that take the heat off this? Why is this all of a sudden stressing out as much as it is? I know it's got two going out. Maybe if I bring this side down as well. Will take the heat off it going that way. Are you okay, game? Like, what are you actually stressing about? Power's okay. I've never known it to stress as much as it is right now. I can do diagonals to take some heat off it. I mean, it wouldn't save much. If it saves much. But there's a lot going out. So what that's shown me is... Right, we need some alternative routes. That's doing what it can. We've got connections there. Now I'll bring this across. Will that take some more heat off it? Why is this overloading so much? Am I going to have to start using transformers now? Right, this has completely messed me up. I didn't want to go down the transformer station road just yet. But I could, if I wanted to, build a transformer here. Right. And then I can do power lines underground. To run up. To connect to here. And it would take a little bit of the pressure off. Then running the electricity through the front of the building onto the main roads. So that's took a lot of pressure off there, which kind of saves me a little bit. Which is exactly what we need. So, after getting sidetracked right there, we're now taking a look at the water treatment plant. Now, if I put this literally identically opposite to the main building we've got here, right? Now, this does suck up the dirty water and sewage, but what I'm more interested about is the additional extensions of the buildings. Now, this is going to be interesting. We've got that type of building there, and we've also got this building as well. Now, this one gives us an extra purification rate, whereas this one gives us sewage treatment capacity, if that's the best way to put it. Now, sewage treatment capacity, we probably don't need that much, but we're also going to, now this is going to cost me an arm and a leg again, move you there, because we're going to do some terraining one more time. So grab you, that level, push it out. And then we'll smoothen it all off anyway. Let me terrain this little section here out. We're going to create a little bit of a road that sticks out. So if I go, I don't know whether it needs to be like this. It'll make sense in a minute, because I remember doing this in Farmtown. Who remembers my Farmtown series? Right, put you there. And then what we do is, it gives us the ability to kind of have a building like this, so this is to increase our purification rate. Unless I do this building here instead. That there, right, and then with the one that then goes sideways, it kind of has to stagger back a little bit if I remember correctly. That's what I remember off the top of my head. I don't know if that's still going to be the occasion, the thing I've got to do. But let me just wait for the 100 grand I require for this. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. And then you would go, as you can now see, here. So then you would go there. So yeah, that's, I think I've got it just right. I think I've got it just right. So that connection there. That connection just there. And then I think there's a possibility we can throw a car park in. I'm not sure what size of car park will fit here. Maybe the wider one. That's too wide. I can go for that style. I could get 2 of these in. That works. Oh, that's cool. Little in and out section. Okay, that actually fits real nice. That actually fits real nice. So we do have a little bit of water seepage, which is going to end up creating a waterfall. So again, while waiting for the cash to come in, let me now just rejig this corner here. That's kind of messed us up a little bit. But let's sort you out. So if I went across there and sort the terrain out. There, delete you. And it's the power line underneath now, isn't it? Back in business. No seepage, right? Yeah, no seepage now. Which is perfect. So this building, the water for purification, would then go here. And that other one would then go just there once we've got another 50k. So we've got room to extend and expand these. So it all depends on what we need. I'm not going to go all out now because it will be a little bit of a waste of money. But I've got the processing capabilities, so I don't need to process any more than what I'm processing. It's just a purification rate so we can process quicker, if that makes sense. So we're processing, it's a bit hard to see on that white view. We've got the bonus in, so it makes it a little bit more efficient now with... is it the bonus? What is that? It's the advanced purification system. It does it quicker. Purification rate, 60%. That's what it's at. So that's what it's at. So we've got this. It's pretty much like a reservoir, isn't it? We have built our very own reservoir, which is pretty nice. And this becomes our major utility area, which now means this can now be deleted. So get rid of you and then come up to a normal level to delete you. And to delete you. So we are no longer polluting and we're self-sufficient with treating the water. Now we have got rid of a bunch of trees here, which I'm assuming they probably will grow back. But we did have spruce trees down, so let me do... bring that right down. Bring this up. With the brush strength, and them trees will hopefully eventually grow back. Not the ones on the road, though. Why is that? Is it because I've got Anarchy on? Yeah. So where I've terraformed all that, they'll eventually grow back. Let me just smoothen off these areas right now. Now, this is something that will also naturally flatten itself in general when we place more of the buildings down. So... And I won't build a perimeter road just yet until that's all kind of finalized and finished itself as well. So we're just hoping that the reservoir does not break, because it feels like it's elevated above the town. If the reservoir broke, it's flooding. It's flooding the town, but we're okay. But With the way that this water then drops off, could that be a position to build a dam at some point? Ooh. I don't know, boys. I don't know. But just like that, we now have our water facilities all taken care of. Water and sewage. So, in the grand scheme of things then, when it comes to power, we are producing quite a lot. We'll always produce more than what we need now at this point, and there's always a way to add more stuff onto it. Garbage, we are, again, doing really well, and there's also upgrades I can add to the building to make it better. Now we've got water and sewage, which the water availability is ridiculously high. So is the sewage trade, but there's always more to add to the sewage if needs be. So those 4 services, we're pretty much okay with. So could I now reduce or put the budget back to normal, or maybe bring down the service fee to stop stressing our people out with the high electricity and water fees right now? Now we're self-sufficient. I want to put it down to 100%. Water and sewage, I'll put the budget back down to 100. The fees back down to 100. Garbage, there's no service fee on garbage anyway. So putting the fees back down to a normal level, which means it puts more money in our residents' pockets. Even those guys can't complain then, can they? They hopefully can't complain. Now, do these pollute? That's what I gotta find out right now. So they do create a little bit of air pollution, but the way it's situated, it shouldn't spread that way. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. You know, I've been lied to in the past. Hopefully that's fine. Ground pollution. It does create a bit of ground pollution. There's the original ground pollution for our original landfill, which is only now just eventually disappearing. Noise pollution. We've got a bit of noise pollution. There is actually a building over here complaining about noise pollution. So what I might do here is redesignate what them buildings here are and put it to actual commercial. Throw in some commercial there as well. Spend that little bit of demand. Give us a few job opportunities. So yeah, nice little reservoir, guys. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my beautiful little reservoir. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? It's pretty sweet. Right, so a little bit of time has now passed. Population's on the dip again, but I haven't added any brand new residential buildings in a very long time. And I've just got rid of 2 buildings as well. The 2 buildings I just got rid of actually hold quite a large capacity. They really did for residential stuff. So we're going to have a little bit of a dip there. But education-wise, we're now... Wow, we've climbed 1.1% when it comes to highly educated people. We had 400 people going there. Now we've got over 1,000 people going to the university. This is amazing, guys. So I'm going to assume there's a lot of people utilizing this underground metro, right? Where's the train? The train is here right now. We've nearly 400 people on board. I've still got to figure out how to do the subway stop at the harbour. So that's coming in now to this station. Very nice. That loads up 100 people. And are these 100 people then getting off at the university stop? Oh, that stops there. 58 are now on there. So how many people are getting off here then, boys? So these are pretty much all students, right? If I could select one. Where are they? Yeah, destination university. They're going to the university, boys. Where are these fools going? University. I mean, this is the university library, so that's where they could be going overall. Yeah, this is the student campus. I love this area. It's going to be so good once we've built it all up. So what's unemployment like now then? Now we're getting educated people, like highly educated people taking those highly educated jobs. Unemployment's never been so low. Wow. So could we say with the workforce, I mean, there's still a lot of highly educated positions open. Every time a citizen becomes highly educated and they get a highly educated job, they open up a spot for well-educated, educated, or even poorly educated, depending on where they've come from, to allow another worker who's currently unemployed to take that job. So it's just progressing them through the education, the work levels, the kind of, you know, job tree, if that's the best way to put it. Progressing them to the top, which, like I said in the previous episode, it will at some point, you should then start seeing the office demand start to slightly increase. So it is interesting. We're at the point right now where we could quite happily start accepting more residents. So it means we're probably going to work on this area a little bit more in the next coming episodes. But truly, I would like you guys to let me know in the comment section right now. Is it time we maybe look towards building some type of highway? I've got to bring more vehicles over. So what car parks do we have available? I wouldn't say we have a lot available. So in terms of parking, let's give ourselves a few more variations. So let's anarchy this. So tiny car park. Bam, bam. We've got the modest car park. Bam, bam. We've got 2 canopy ones already there anyway. What about the overground one? I mean, I know these are expensive, but these can hold a lot of vehicles. And the underground one as well. We'll get both of these now in. And let's go for some bigger variations as well. So, bam, bam. Some long variation there. Very big car park. Are we still importing and exporting on this train, by the way? There's nothing there at the moment. So we'll see what it brings over. Also, do you reckon we should build some services on this island? To, you know, make sure the buildings are working just fine? I'm not too sure. But now we've got all this. When we build the next wave of residential and all these people start moving in, we can then start moving these buildings over to the main island. So we'll have more vehicles on said island. It'll be very, very exciting, boys. Very, very exciting. So, right. Where is our little kind of transport hub over here? There's lots of passengers still waiting. I do eventually want to kind of extend the line and build a secondary line. So where that subway turns this way, we'll have a subway start there that comes all the way down. But I don't know how it's going to interact with this station. It might not even stop at that station. Unless I build another stop just there within walking distance. To kind of combine it. Because it's within walking distance. So I can have a stop up here, stop there. And then we need a stop around here for the 2 lines. And then that new line will then bend to go this way to get a few people down here. Yes, this could work out for us, boys. This honestly could work out for us. It really could. Right, what are the biggest issues we currently face in small homes? Now, what does that mean? Are they saying that the homes are too small? Is that what it means? Or is it a case of not enough small homes? High taxes is another one. Lack of entertainment. Oh, lack of entertainment. Okay. So, we've got a few parks started around. But they obviously want it a little bit more. Now, sports parks. We've got large sports parks, tourist attractions, landmarks. Now, an American football field. That kind of also feels like we should have something around here. American football field. That would be good for the campus area. It's as if, like, it's a part of the campus area, if that makes sense. I could put the American football field there. We've got a soccer field we could also implement. How does something like this fit within the campus? Where could I pull it? Right at the very end of that? Maybe here? There? Over here? Down the side of the actual university? What is the alley road here saying in terms of a connection? It is a little bit tight, if you ask me, but it does work. That is going to start going slightly uphill. So, a soccer field, which I'm going to place just there. Build this to go around the edge. And then it's all part of the campus area, right? The road gets hugged into the hills. And then this gap down here, what is the car park in question that fits within it? Is it this variation? No. It's got to be a 2 wide one. Is it the over canopy one? It is. So one there. Right, we're going to move the current ones over there because I want to integrate the car parks within it. So we'll grab this one. There's already 6 vehicles on it. So 6 vehicles imported to the island, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So you go just there. Right. Run back over again. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You. Move you over here. Zoom right in. Bam. And there's a free tile space. So the options are walkability to it. And then we've got a 1 gap space. I don't believe there is something as small to squeeze in. I mean, there's one that could fit in perfect, but I don't get the walkability. And maybe we place down some trees. So am I going to do some like decoration for the first time? It shows you how often I do like decoration. But I've got trees in, boys. Look at me. I did some decorations. I did some decorations. So, football field in. Part of the campus, but that doesn't solve... It looks like it's part of the school, doesn't it? It doesn't solve the major issue anyway, is the fact that it needed more entertainment. So, it's a case of the larger parks. We've got some plazas. We'll probably go for some smaller ones. Campfire site, that makes no sense within this area. Small plazas. What about the larger variations? The multi-purpose park. We don't actually have a multi-purpose park. But what can I maybe... Large plaza, we have all that already in. The large... So if I put, say, for example, this... there... Can you actually connect off? You can. Like that. So that provides, again, a little bit more leisure activity, which will surround the big skyscrapery buildings. Now, lack of entertainment has now since disappeared. What, you're telling me that's all it took? Is that all it took, boys? Interesting. Are jobs available for the park areas? Not those ones. Oh, I think we need a park maintenance building. We do. We need a park maintenance depot. So let me build this within the industrial area, because that's where all these type of buildings are. And I reckon we are going to build it. A road just slightly coming off here. And we'll bring it down to about there. To where we'll probably drop a couple of these buildings in, unless we can expand upon them. We can. There's an extra garage, which we can throw in. And we have a supply storage, which is a building that goes on it itself. So go to here. I'm gonna draw a radius around it. Like that. Right, it decided to mess up at the very end, didn't it? Right, there we go. So a park maintenance building behind the server farm. So it just kind of fills in the dead space is what it ultimately does. And hopefully that will now maintain a bunch of our parks. It provides 48 jobs as well, which is actually really good. So surely that's now dropped my employment with the additional stuff that I've got in. It's still at about 4%, which is great. 3.8. It's always consistently changing depending on who moves in and whatnot. But I think we've done some really good improvements. We haven't really expanded much in this episode, but I think what we've done is quite vital and important. So, next episode. Maybe a highway expansion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But definitely, we're going to be providing a few more residential opportunities with some new additional buildings. Guys, we are going to end it here. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.